The evening opens under warm studio lights as applause rolls across the set of Clash Nation. The atmosphere feels polished and routine, another familiar night of televised debate. Viewers at home see smiling faces, confident introductions, and a studio designed to feel safe and controlled. No one yet realizes the calm will not last. Victor Hale enters first, greeting the audience with the ease of a seasoned public figure. He moves with practiced confidence, waving, smiling, settling into his chair like someone entirely at home in front of cameras. Elena Hale follows moments later, graceful and composed, her appearance flawless, her expression projecting loyalty and community. Across from them sits Mara Cole, quiet and still, offering no wave or smile. She simply watches, composed, as applause fades and the host begins. The host welcomes viewers and turns to Victor with an easy opening question, asking how he has endured years of criticism and pressure. Victor leans toward the microphone, his tone warm and familiar. He credits his family, saying they are his foundation, his strength, the source of his resilience. The audience applauds loudly as he speaks of unity and values. Elena smiles proudly beside him, embodying the image of a perfect public family. Yet Mara remains still, studying Victor carefully. As he continues, claiming people judge leaders by the strength of their families, a tiny shift passes across Elena's face, a flicker almost too small to notice. Mara notices. Something subtle changes in the room's energy, though the conversation still appears safe and predictable. As applause fades, the host prepares to move on, but Mara speaks first. She says Victor's name quietly, yet the sound cuts through the studio. Victor turns toward her, polite but faintly dismissive. Mara calmly says that while Victor often speaks about honesty and strength, the story he tells is not as complete as he suggests. A hush settles over the audience. Victor laughs lightly, insisting nothing about his family is hidden. Mara responds that confidence only works when truth supports it. Murmurs ripple through the crowd. Victor stiffens, asking if she is accusing him of something. Mara replies that powerful images tend to crack when pressure is applied. Elena's posture tightens, her smile growing rigid. Victor scoffs, accusing Mara of seeking attention, but she calmly states that she would not be present without evidence. The word hangs heavily in the air, instantly changing the mood. Victor objects, saying such claims cannot be made on live television. Mara answers that they can when they are true. His voice rises, calling it a smear attempt, but Mara remains steady and asks him to tell the truth about his youngest child. The studio falls into shocked silence. Gasps break out among audience members. Elena grips her chair, her composure slipping. Victor slams his hand on the desk, calling the accusation disgusting and insisting Mara has crossed a line. Mara calmly replies that if it is a lie, it should be easy to explain. Victor stands, angry, accusing her of dragging his family into controversy. Mara counters that she is simply revealing what has been buried. The host attempts to calm the exchange, but the conversation has already slipped beyond his control. Victor paces behind his chair, claiming viewers will see through what he calls nonsense. No applause follows. Mara quietly says truth does not require shouting. Elena speaks, accusing Mara of exploiting a child, but Mara gently replies that she refuses to let a child be used as protection for a lie. Victor pounds the desk again and demands the conversation end, yet Mara says truth does not stop on command. She then calmly reaches beneath the table, drawing immediate attention from everyone in the room. Victor freezes. Elena's eyes widen. Mara places a thick folder on the desk, the sound echoing through the tense silence. Asked what it contains, she confirms they are documents. Victor laughs loudly, claiming they are fake, but Mara opens the folder and explains the pages contain verified records and legal documentation contradicting Victor's public narrative. Victor's anger intensifies, but the room now feels suspended between shock and realization. Elena attempts to recover control, arguing documents can be misinterpreted, yet Mara responds that stories are easier to twist than records. Gasps ripple through the audience again. Victor demands to know whether papers outweigh decades of truth, and Mara answers that they outweigh decades of performance. The remark lands heavily. Victor accuses her of trying to destroy his family, but she replies that she is exposing a lie used to protect power. Elena's voice cracks as she begs for the confrontation to stop, warning of the cost involved. Mara responds softly that truth always costs something and asks who has been paying that cost quietly all along. Victor's confidence falters, and the audience now watches him with scrutiny rather than admiration. Turning toward the camera, Mara explains that when leaders build authority on personal myths, hidden truths become tools of leverage. She insists the issue is not gossip but accountability, saying the secret matters less than the years spent denying it and controlling who could speak. Victor attempts to interrupt, but his words collapse under the pressure. The host falls silent, realizing the moment can no longer be steered back into safe territory. Victor sinks into his chair, anger draining into visible panic. Elena stares downward, her silence speaking louder than denial. Mara tells viewers that moments like this are always followed by denials and accusations, yet records remain long after emotions fade. Victor warns hoarsely that she will regret this, but Mara answers calmly that regret fades while truth remains. Addressing viewers directly, she says power survives by controlling stories, but democracy survives through questioning them. She asks what else might be hidden if something so personal could remain concealed for so long. The studio sits in complete silence. The host finally announces a break, but no one moves, and no applause follows. Cameras capture Victor staring forward, Elena unable to meet anyone's gaze, and Mara sitting calmly beside the closed folder. The damage is done. The lights still shine, yet the illusion that opened the show has shattered, leaving only a question that will not easily disappear.